Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be going over everything that I picked up this entire weekend. I stopped at a lot of places. I also drove out to Buffalo to go see my girlfriend, and I stopped at some places there, but it is very late at night. Let's just get through this. I've got a ton of stuff. So I'm going to try to get rid of a lot of the comics and the little smaller things here, so let's start with that. But number one, I did just get back from seeing Fantastic Four First Steps. It was all right. The post-credit scene was kind of hype, just like setting up the next movie, and it was cool to see Galactus. But aside from that, I don't really know. It was okay. This weekend though, and a lot of the stuff that I got was actually from That 80s Toy Shop's 7th anniversary celebration. This is a little flyer from that. You can already see right here. I have some of That 80s Toy Shop merch. But before we do that, quick little action figure here from Larger Than Life in what was it, Destin USA or Syracuse, New York. I got a bunch of comics from that will show off from there as well. But I got this Dr. Impossible DC Classics figure. You guys know me, I'm a huge fan of DC Classics, so it's nice to have this. I'm not going to do really a review of it, but I wanted to show it off very briefly. And then under that, I have some other little stickers, I believe it is. One from That 80s Toy Shop, which is really sweet. And then I also found these free monster stickers at a gas station. I think it was Thursday night, so I just grabbed those kind of for no reason. But a size large here, That 80s Toy Shop shirt. They finally had these shirts there. Been waiting for a while to grab one. You got the Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles, and then Barbie little logos there, but that is really sweet. So I'm glad to finally have one of those. That is really nice to add to the collection. And then over here, really briefly, first off, at that 80s Toy Shop, I did get these little Road Warrior football padding here. I figured I'm going to be able to do something with them, but it was nice to grab those. And then from Larger Than Life, I also grabbed this little Green Lantern kind of like knockoff minifigure. It's kind of like a mix between the Parallax and the 2011 movie Green Lantern, but it's still pretty cool. I like that a lot. And then also a Grail Ninja Turtle action figure here. We do have Monty Moose. This was one of the ones that I really wanted when I used to collect Ninja Turtles a while back, and I saw that 80s Toy Shop had it. I didn't realize it was so valuable, so I was like, you know what? I want to have a very valuable one in my collection, and I'm glad that it was one that I did want. I was a little skeptical when I bought it. I kind of bought it on a whim, and then I was like, ooh, should I have done that? But it's really cool. This figure is awesome. There's a lot of articulation. The weapons and accessories that it comes with, and I actually have it like 90% complete. I'm missing one of the little accessories, but it's probably the least most important one. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm a big fan of this. I'm going to add this to the Ninja Turtles shelf. Very glad to have Monty Moose here, especially with all of his accessories. So that is a Grail, at least for me, Ninja Turtle action figure. All right. Let's get through all the figures first, and then we'll finish with the comics. Number one here, all the way at the top, from That 80s Toy Shop, we did get the Black Lantern from Blackest Night Hal Jordan action figure. This is on card. I'm going to keep this on card. I don't really think I'm going to unbox this, but I'm a huge fan of DC Classics, as I've already said, so it is nice to have these. And if you guys don't know what DC Classics are, look up DC Universe Classics. Those are the series of action figures I'm talking about from Mattel. And speaking of from Mattel, we finally got one again from That 80s, the Invisible John Cena figure. I was worried I would never get my hands on one of these, but here we have it. We got it. I'm very thankful. I was gonna get it. I was gonna do a deal with another one of my friends, John Sig, and I how can I phrase this? I hate going back on deals, but I'm also a big customer at That 80s Toy Shop, and they had a really good deal going that day. It was 20% off on Saturday and 15% off on Sunday. I planned this whole trip. And when you buy stuff there, it adds to your points, which then, gets you more stuff in the future. And considering this was $50 with the discount, yada, yada, I wanted to make sure that I got those points. So shout out to John Sig. Go look up John Sig. Oh, man, what is it? John Sig, like the Fig Boy or Rare Fig Boy or something like that. Oh, my God, I should know it. But on Whatnot, go check him out. But there we have it, the Invisible John Cena. That figure's awesome. Next up here, some more DC figures. First off, we do have the Batman Unmasked from Flashpoints. This is the Flashpoint Batman Thomas Wayne with the swords and the guns. I will be unboxing this. I won't be unboxing the Cena. I will not be unboxing the Cena. This is another one that I think I'll unbox alongside the, what do you call it? The Flashpoint Batman, because it is already open. This is the Platinum Series. I don't even know Aquaman, but I love Aquaman with the beard, the long hair, and the missing arm. I love this version of Aquaman, and for $15, I don't care about the Build-A-Figure. I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this. It's still mint in there. The only thing that was tampered with was the Build-A-Figure. But next up here, a really interesting thing, and I think I'm going to unbox this right after I do this video. This is going to be a Alamut Gate I think it's Alamut Gate playset from Prince of Persia. It's this gate. It's like a 3 3/4 inch scale gate. It comes with the figure there, as you can see. But there's a lot of play features with this thing, as you can see there. And I think I'm going to set this up. I think I'm going to do something with it. On the same token, the gate seems to be tall enough that you could fit a 6-inch figure there. Maybe I could use it in some fashion there with like my G.I. Joe or my Indiana Jones. But I think I'm just going to make this my whole playset thing for my 3 3/4 inch figure. So this was really cool. This was only $25 at Larger Than Life. It's still in box, never open. So that is really cool. And it's 15 years old, which is wild. All right, the last figures that we have here in the mail, we did end up getting the Mattel Creations ECW Champion CM Punk. I believe this is the Ultimate Edition. So this is going to be another front and center wrestling figure right here in the crowd. You guys probably haven't seen this whole video, but we have 2 of them. One to keep in box, and I will literally keep the entire thing in this box, and then one to unbox. So we have 2 of these, and I, of course, will do a review of those on the channel. Don't you worry. But finally here, we do have a whole bunch of comics. I'll get through these as quick as possible. Number 1, we do have Avengers number 47, the first appearance of Dane Whitman, a.k.a. Black Knight. So the first appearance of Black Knight. That's really cool. We also have the first appearance of Vigilante. If you guys watch Peacemaker, you know who Vigilante is, but the first appearance of Vigilante. Not the very first appearance. There was a cowboy version of Vigilante that appeared way back in like the 40s or the 50s. This is the second version. I think it's Adrian Chase is his name. The Vigilante Adrian Chase. And speaking of number 1s, we do have Jonah, or at least Hex number 1. This is like apocalyptic Jonah Hex, and I really, really wanted this. I want to read this kind of, apocalyptic Jonah Hex series, so I'm very excited for that. I got that on eBay. This one here, and we'll go through a mix of these. These came from, whatever, I'll just talk about it, from Kingpin Comics and Gaming in Tonawanda, New York. We got the other variant of Flashpoint Beyond. I did a video recently talking about how I got the one version of this, but apparently this normal variant is like far more expensive. This book I got for $1 goes for like $25, so this is really cool, and I can't wait to read the series. And then I also have the variant cover of issue number 2, again, of Flashpoint Beyond, as you can see right there. From Larger Than Life, we also got a $1 issue of the number 1 Blackest Night. This is such a cool grab. I've been wanting to read, or at least have the first issue. I've been listening to it. Blackest Night and Brightest Day. Anything Green Lantern has really been my favorite lately. But we also did get issue number 1 of the new 52, Secret 6. I'm a big Secret 6 fan. And then we have JLA Year 1, number 6. This is actually a story. I used to have this specific issue, or at least the whole run, in graphic novel form, and I read it when I was a kid. But this specific story where this monster takes all of the Justice League's powers, I used to read this all the time when I was a kid, so I can't wait to crack this open and really feel the nostalgia with that one. But next up here from Halley's Comics, and I think Gaming, Comics and Gaming in it's in Buffalo, New York. It's in Buffalo, New York. I don't know the exact little town or district, but we got a whole bunch of comics from there, and I actually kind of forgot what I picked up there. So let's see what we got. Watchmen issue number 1, a reprint. Justice League America, this really cool issue with Guy Gardner on the front. Justice League Europe, Lobo versus Despero, 2 of my favorite DC characters. Time Slide issue number 1. This is a new series I'm going to try to read, along with, Creature Commandos number 1. Yep, this is another new series I'm trying to read. They had a lot of number 1s of recent series, so I was very happy about that. Ghostbusters number 1, Dead Man's Chest. That was really sweet. We also have another Secret 6 number 1 for DC All In. And then we also have, Green Lantern Corps number 1. So I'm going to hopefully try to get into all of these series. And then I also have this one-shot, Our Army at War, featuring Sergeant Rock. And then, check this out, Jonah Hex number 5, which I forget what was the importance of this issue, but Jonah Hex number 5, and then we also have Jonah Hex number 2. So on the road to getting Jonah Hex number 1, but Jonah Hex number 2. So that is really cool. 2 and 5, I should say. So let's throw these back in there. Again, that was from Halley's, Halley, and the apostrophe S, obviously, and all that, but in around Buffalo, New York, I feel like the Williamsville, Amherst, Tonawanda area, somewhere in there, I forget. But from Ravenswood, good old Ravenswood, we have Dawn of DC Green Lantern issue number 2. This is actually the first appearance of Nathan Broom, who is the Sorrow Lantern, and I'm really waiting and hunting and trying to find issue 13 from this series, because or issue 13 or 14, because that seems to be when you can actually see him in his Sorrow Lantern outfit. So looking for that. We also have Batman No Man's Land issue 1. This is really cool. I've heard this is a very good series, so I want to get the first issue and find out for myself. And then next up here, my lord, a big stack from Kingpin Comics and Gaming in Tonawanda, New York. We have pretty much 1 through, what was it? Like 38 of Green Lantern Corps. These were all in the dollar bin. I just picked them all up and bought them. Another reprint. I just like to have extra issues of series that I like, but of Seven Soldiers. This is the one I'm currently reading through right now. But it would kind of be nice to get the full run of a comic. So I have like, I want to say 60-70% of this run right now. I'm missing 2, 3, 4, and then I have 5 through, what is it, 38. And the cool thing about this is, it's actually a really nice deal, is all these comics from the dollar bin, and at face value it looks like just 1 comic, but there's actually 2 in each bag and board. So I got like 20 comics for, or 40 comics for like $20. It was really, really nice. But yeah, so I will leave it there. Quite the long video here. I do apologize, folks, but we got a lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm going to end it there and put all this stuff away and then go to bed. So I will leave it there, folks. As always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.